My name's Graham Walking. Here I am at Belton, Christmas at Belton with Culture Creative Zone. Zoe, this looks fantastic. First time, tell me about it, what's happening?
It's a fantastic venue. We've got from the formal gardens, the orangery, and then we go out into the wider estate, and yeah, it's just the most superb venue to come to, and to be able to treat with our site-specific installations is absolutely brilliant.
Now, just to put this in perspective, there's about 7 of these all over the country, and you're actually going abroad as well. This is becoming very popular. Tell me about it.
So yeah, this is one of 7 venues in the UK that we're doing an outdoor show, from Edinburgh Botanical Gardens to our furthest south in Kent, which is at Bedgeby Pine Eaton, with Kew Gardens, Blenheim Palace, Dunham, Massey, Stourhead and Belton, all in between. But we're also very lucky that yes, I'm warming up a tad because I've just come back from a very, very chilly Chicago where we launched our show at the end of last week, and it's an absolute privilege to be able to work in a new country and in a new venue. But as well as the outdoor, we're also treating the inside. So actually we've dressed the entirety of the inside of Blenheim Palace this year with our Alice in the Palace show, following our fantastic Cinderella last year.
So a lot to see all over the country, but if you're in the Midlands, this is the place to come.
Yes, and it's fantastic that this is my homecoming. I was born and bred in Cambridgeshire, so I'm an hour or so away from where I was born and bred and went to school, and it's great. And on my worldwide travels of the last few weeks, I get to spend a couple of nights at home with mum and dad, which is absolutely fantastic. So yes, really nice to almost have a homecoming show.
Now, in terms of this, it's not just a lights trail, is it? It's a complete attack on all the senses. Just explain that. So
yeah, everywhere's surrounded by music as well. So it's about what you hear, what you see, as I say, the most primitive form of light, which is fire. It's not all about twinkly Christmas lights, as beautiful as this wonderful tree here is demonstrating. It's about us lighting the landscape and understanding that the things that we just take for granted that are sitting around us, but there are intricate moments, there are slow moments, there are fun moments, and there are dancing moments, and hopefully as you get to go around the trail you'll get to experience all of those.
Now, this is its debut, isn't it? Can you tell me why Belton?
We're developing a wonderful relationship with our promoting partner Sony Music alongside the National Trust. So this is one of 3 National Trust properties that we're doing, including Dunham Massey just outside of Manchester and Stourhead in the southwest. And so yeah, I mean, let's face it, they have the most fantastic portfolio of properties, landscapes, and it's about how we can work with these venues to bring additional visitors to them during what is usually their quiet period, as well as just the fact that they've got a fantastic back palette for us to work with. And if you think of our trails as a series of rooms or a series of galleries, they already exist in these properties, so we just get to play with that at night.
So can we take that then that there'll be others, there might be more in the UK next year?
Very possibly, yes. I mean, all of those conversations are to be had, but yeah, we're certainly looking to work with some of the most beautiful places in the country, and Belton certainly fits into that category.
How surprised are you that this has taken off?
We've been doing illuminated trails since 2005. We've been at it a very, very long time. We were first commissioned by One North East, the regional development agency up in the Newcastle and Northumberland area, to create an event that allowed people to realise that these places don't go to sleep in the winter, and they still need visitors. And let's face it, when we've got fantastic landscapes like this, why not play with them and light them up? So we're very, very aware of all of the environmental issues that go with it. We work with the wildlife, we work with the arborist teams, and we're very keen to ensure people understand that we're taking all of that seriously. But hopefully in that we can also find a layer of fun.
So okay, well come on then, let's cut to the chase. Give me some of the highlights. Take me on a bit of a tour around here so that people can understand what they're going to get to see. So
behind this big Christmas tree there is a secret door. It's a bit like my Lion, Witch in the Wardrobe moment. You get to go through the secret doorway and you will find yourself in the most beautiful but formal garden. You will then take a tour around the back of the orangery where fire will surprise you. You will walk through installations by international artists from France, from Tilt. You'll then go through something very contemporary and jazzy through a laser garden. We then take some of the inspiration of Belton here, and we've created a carpet of light that is made from some of the embroidery patterns that are from Belton here itself. Once you've gone through that and the trees have sung, you will then head up to the biggest mistletoe moment we've managed to be able to do. Walk down through a local artist, Alison Walling, who's done some fantastic wicker sculptures, through some dancing trees and into our signature of Cathedral of Light. From the Cathedral of Light we'll give you a last bit of fun in the Dutch Garden Show, and then you might just bump into Father Christmas as you head back into the courtyards here, where food and fun fairs will be able to warm you up as you head back towards your car.
Now, I know you're your biggest critic, but just looking at what you've achieved here, how pleased are you with this?
I mean, it's a fantastic canvas to work with, and I'm really pleased what the team have managed to achieve here.
And what tips would you give to people who are coming to something like this for the first time? I mean, for instance, walking around, do you need your wellies?
Obviously the whole country's had a huge amount of rain over the last few weeks, so yeah, definitely suggest put your wellies on, warm coat, hats, gloves, scarves, you know, get those winter woolies out, get your Christmas jumper on, and come and have a wander around the garden. And
just finally, the other point of attack on the senses are the smells as well. You've got some delicious foods down here, haven't you?
Absolutely. So yeah, we're working not only with the National Trust and their catering offer, but we've also brought some concessions in these fantastic converted horse boxes that really fit beautifully into these courtyards. So yeah, something to warm you up, and you might even get to toast a marshmallow when you're sitting by the fire garden.
And I suppose if people want this to come back again next year, it's about speaking with their feet, coming down and having a look.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, Zoe, listen, thank you for another magical, fantastic venue. And, no, well, I'm going to say I'll see you next year.
You will indeed. Cheers, Graham, thanks.